Okay, I have a bunch of topics that I myself would like to get into. So hopefully we can have a nice civil discussion. Me and you will certainly relate to it. And then I have another one that me and you can both relate to. So don't worry, everyone's included. And yeah, that's about it. Just remember, no stress, take shit chill, don't panic about anything in case you were going to.
I just got a push
But it's not.
notification.
This is going to be very
There's a
awkward.
Star
Oh
Wars
wow,
trailer. Don't know why. It says he's live.
Drailer's live? Who's Drailer?
No clue.
No, me neither.
Sounds like
Never heard of him.
sounds like an idiot.
No, he sounds weird, man. He sounds really weird. I don't know.
Okay, I'm just being silent, which is very awkward.
But yeah, I've got a controversial topic I'm going to discuss. I hope you guys are ready for
Remind me what
my controversial.
was
You know what?
But I just need to make sure.
Potentially people get angry at me.
Yeah, I was
Is what controversial might mean.
Sure it was that.
Interesting. You know what? Skip Patcast intro. That's right. BBC News theme all the way for the win.
Oh my god,
I'm hoping this will be nice and good. Just take it chill, just talk about whatever we'd like. Ask each other any questions you'd like. If you don't answer a question like you told me, you can either say no comment or just decline it. Just don't answer the question. But I trust that both of you do not cross any boundaries or anything, because you guys are actually responsible, so I don't have to worry about that.
Yep.
Alright? Is that good to you, both of you?
Yep.
Alright, sweet. How long left? 10 seconds.
Oh, it's going to be funny when you realise I started recording early.
I believe, yes. Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to, I believe, the 5th episode of the Patcast. This is a podcast where I bring me and maybe a friend or two, in this case, one, onto the Patcast, and we just talk about a bunch of random topics, and we just have a bunch of fun talking about random shit, and it's going to be cool, it's going to be fun, it's going to be strange sometimes, and it's going to be interesting. So without further ado, I will introduce you guys watching, listening, whatever it may be. I'll introduce you to our guests. Our first guest is Kukushibo, I believe that's how it's pronounced. Kukushibo, yes, Kukushibo. This is my college friend. Oh goodness, the screen is tearing. It's like the Slender Man. The Slenderman's around. The screen's tearing. Interesting. Yeah. Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Oh my god.
It seems to be a camera glitch. Ladies and gentlemen, I do apologize, but that's because it's just going to have to sit there. Anyway, this is Kukushibo. He is my college friend. We've known each other for a long time now, especially in and out of college, or mainly in college. But he's relatively awesome. He's relatively chill. And his games interest are more over like Bloodborne and stuff like that. And then on the other side, we have Dragon Hunter, also known on Discord as Toothless. You have been an avid player of my community for a while now. My community is SCP Secret Shenanigans on the Secret Laboratory game. And I've been running the server for about a year now. And you started playing about a few months ago. And you're probably one of the most engaging, if that's even engaging, if you will. The most engaging and also probably fun people to be around. And you just kind of bring a lot of fun to the server, and I really appreciate that. So it's an honor to have you on my podcast along with my other guests who have previously been on. So yeah, hello, Dragon Hunter, as we shall refer to you as. Very nice. Okay. Now that we've got that out of the way, I got a bunch of stuff that I want to talk to you guys about. So, some of the people watching, or some of the people who just started listening, have probably just kind of grasped what I put in the title. I think Secret Laboratory, the game that me and you are playing mainly, and the one that you're just getting into,
Still need to try.
kind of getting. Yes, you do. I will try. I'll try tomorrow because after this podcast, I'm going to be busy. I do think it's getting a little bit out of hand. I think it's getting a bit worse. There's a lot of missed opportunities and stuff. So without further ado,
So
I think I'm just
true.
going to get into it. Excuse the moving camera for a second. I gotta get a cool kind of angle for this shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. So first thing I want to delve into. Okay. Let me ask you something, Dragon. When you're
What is
playing
it?
Secret Laboratory, what do you enjoy, like, putting aside the servers that you play and the people that you meet, just core mechanics, right? Imagine, like, no plugins, completely vanilla. What's the main thing that gets you to play Secret Lab? Maybe trying to ignore, like, communities and people and stuff.
Well,
Is there a
everything
certain game
really.
mechanic that maybe gets you into it?
It's just
Yeah?
pure fun.
Yeah? Fair enough. What do you think about the new update?
The fact that you can't make
13.5.
cola anymore is annoying.
Fair enough. I mean, I suppose for one, like, maybe for one it might be a lifesaver or something, because, like, imagine, like, when you're an SCP or something, and you got a guy with, like, 300 or 500 colas or something in their system, and they rush past you at, like, 200 miles per hour. It's a bit annoying to trying to get them, right? Like,
That is true.
I
I'm
know it
glad they
certainly is for
made the
me.
cola worse, but it's also annoying that you can't make it anymore.
They could have kept the formula for it, like trying to make it and stuff, but they also could have kept the whole danger. Actually, no, danger system was with the green stuff, wasn't it?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, whatever they did to cola, they could have kept that, and they also could have kept the recipe, but I suppose they went in the other direction. My hot topic is SCP-079. Because they've kind of fucked him over pretty badly at
Oh
this
yeah,
point.
because
Like,
of when he tried to
it's
do
kind of
blackouts that one
undeniable.
time.
079 is the computer.
I know. I got it.
Whenever the computer was trying to do
Yeah.
blackouts, he would crash them, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I think that's like an ongoing bug, and I'm surprised that with a team as big as Northwood, you'd think, quality assurance department, I'm just gonna test this feature real quick. I'm gonna make a blackout as a computer, and then obviously nothing bad's gonna happen. You think in their amount of testing, and even the public beta testing, you think that they would have at least found out that the computer crashes and maybe not pushed the changes. Like, with a studio as decent as Northwood, you'd think that they'd actually find game-breaking bugs before they pushed it out into the public. I mean, that's what they do the whole bloody beta for, isn't it? Like, it just kind of baffles me how that flies over their heads. Excuse me. Another thing about 079 I kind of wanted to point out, which I think is absolutely ridiculous. You know how they've set the ability to lock doors at tier 3?
Yeah.
Preposterous. I think it's absolutely ridiculous. Why would you do that? I think having it at, like, tier 2 would be fine. But, like, I struggle to comprehend how people are so salty against computer when it was already bad enough to play as before, and now they're burying him more deeper in the fucking grave. Like, Tier 3 is ridiculous. All computer can do is just use his bloody voice and close doors. What's the point of him now? He's a door closing simulator. There's no point in playing him anymore.
Yeah.
Like, I just don't see, it's completely ridiculous. Why would you do that? You can't just listen to the majority of sweaty players like Frames Fortress or whatever and you're like, yeah, that's a good change. I'm gonna do that. Like, Hubert, what are you thinking, man? Come on, just surface
You
rework.
said Freya's Fortress, it just reminds me of the rant you went on in that one video. You know,
In the very first video of the YouTube channel. Ah, good old days. Good old days when stupid shit didn't happen, and more people got along. Unfortunately, it's the internet, so that is pretty frequent for people to bring up something completely small and turn that into an argument. But yeah. 079 has been completely fucked over. Locking doors at tier 3 was an absolute stupid move from the devs in my opinion. And I'm pretty sure that the majority of people who are complaining about it were only trying to speedrun the game every single time. Which I don't understand why you do. Like, I get for the achievement, but like, is it really worth it? Because I know I used to do it. I used to, like, in my own server, I used to try and beat the game as fast as possible. I think my fastest record was like 225 or something. Although it could have, I think it was like 2 something. Like, it was lower.
I got the speedrun
But, like,
achievement
after I
on
did
my
that, I just
first try.
stopped.
I did.
On your
And
first
then,
try.
yeah, and that was when I first joined your server. Then I just didn't bother to
Oh my
speedrun
fucking
anymore.
God. Yeah, like,
Once I got
This
the achievement, I
sounds
just
fucking
played
hell.
fun. The only achievement I'm really missing is the Halloween one. I've got every other single one.
yeah. See, there was a new change that they implemented in 13.5, where apparently, if you would have the achievements, you would be able to play the Halloween menu music or the Christmas menu music year-round. Which, by the way, I think is ridiculous. Like, why would you even... Like, who's going to put the Christmas theme on in,
Not
like,
me.
June? No one. And if you do that, something's wrong with you. But basically,
Yeah.
stupid. I'm not gonna. It's not really anything to rant about. It's just a minor complaint. My major complaint, though, in the patch notes or in the changelog, whatever you want to call it, they had a bullet point stating that they've given us the ability
Ah!
to change the menu music.
Ow!
Are you okay?
I leant back on my chair and it fell backwards.
Oh my god, no.
Oh my God.
How do you manage
Well,
I
this
that?
don't
podcast has
know.
gone great so far.
Oh!
It's just... Come on, man. Didn't you hear what the fucking school teacher said like 20,000 times during science class?
That's the thing, my chair can lean back as far as it wants. I wasn't expecting it to fall over like that.
Oh my god.
I landed on my arm.
At least your arm cushioned your fall or something, but like,
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Oh.
You've been told plenty of times about your, like, don't lean back in your chair or you'll fall, haven't you? Like, in secondary school, don't you remember that shit?
Yes.
They
Even
used to
though-
tell us that like 20 times a
Yes,
lesson.
in secondary school, people kept been telling not to lean back, and we still did it.
Oh my god.
I only did it a tiny bit, but I never fell over. But yes, I almost did at times.
For medical confirmation, are you okay?
Yes, a part of this is going to be embarrassing. I'm recording for the video I mentioned, Jay, so now that's in the video, for fuck's sake.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh.
You could always cut it out, but I mean, hey,
Yeah.
you could always leave it in for funny moments, you know. Like that was just so random. Like
No, funny, painful moment.
funny, painful moment. It's always the internet
Ah,
about people looking
my
at funny moments.
arm.
people getting hurt accidentally and then laughing at
Oh,
it.
why
For
did
me,
that have to happen
I
to me
used to
just
kind of find
now?
it funny, and then I just kind of grew confused. Like, I take it seriously, but I just kind of don't find it funny. Just like, just watching a video of someone like just walking along the street as normal, and then they just kind of fall head first into the ground. Like, I bet a lot of people on like YouTube Shorts or something would laugh at that, but to me, I don't really understand the appeal of it.
I'm just glad I didn't hit
But,
the
I mean,
side
that's
of my
just me.
bed. I almost hit my head on my bed.
Oh my fucking god!
If my
Right,
chair
that's
didn't
terrifying
spin
to do.
sideways, I would have hit my head on my bed.
Jesus Christ!
I had moments where your heart immediately drops.
Yeah,
I had one recent this week because I was on my way to college,
yeah.
about to cross the road. I was feeling my pocket for my credit card. I
Mm.
didn't feel it. It wasn't there.
Oh no!
So I panicked and had to retrace my steps, and I found it on the floor.
Oh my god! When you dropped it like in public?
Yes, I didn't even notice.
Oh.
And
Dude,
then when
that's
I
not as
found
bad
it,
as
I was,
mine
I
though.
was so lucky it didn't get stolen.
That's not as bad as my story though. So, my story is, I believe it was actually with you and Lewis back in McDonald's during a college break. Excuse me, controller drift.
I think the more I
Basically,
hear the
during a
story,
college
I
break,
remember it.
well, I shall remind you. Back in when we went to McDonald's one time, this was about a year ago or something. This is the time when I was bringing my debit card instead of my phone and just kind of Apple Paying, right? I ordered shit and then I had no idea, but I dropped my debit card in the middle of the McDonald's floor where people were waiting. So I picked up my order and I just fucked off, like, to Lewis and stuff. And I had no idea. And then I kinda...
I probably wouldn't have noticed.
No. And I think, if I can recall correctly, it was actually a guy who was like, "Hey, I think you dropped your debit card." I was like, "Have I?" And then I saw it. I was like, "Holy shit!" And then I fucking ran over to it and picked it up. So if it wasn't for that good Samaritan, I probably wouldn't have my debit card right now.
No, when I found my card, it was directly next to, where in Nottingham there's a bunch of buses and sometimes bus drivers. It was directly next to one.
Holy shit, man! 'Cause I don't bring my debit card anymore. Cards are too thin. They're too thin and they're worth so much. Like,
It's worse because I.
if you drop your card, you've lost your. Oh my days.
So it's just in my pocket. My card has to
Yeah.
just be in my pocket.
That's why I just make my card my phone. I just pay with my phone. I use Apple Pay. Like, because then if I notice that my phone's gone, it's more noticeable. And if I drop it on the ground, it'll make an actual noise instead of just a debit card falling flat.
And
Because
that's
then
why
I won't
I've got.
notice, like McDonald's.
That's why I've got a wallet on the chain that I can just put
Have
on
you
my
ever
wrist.
dropped your debit card or credit card or whatever?
No.
Or have you lost anything in public?
Yes, I've lost the whole bag full of DS games and a DS on a train.
Oh no.
Yeah, I never got that
Share
back.
the story. Come on, man.
We were
I
coming
need
back
to
from
hear this.
we were coming back from holiday one day. I think it was like 2020. We got off the train.
Yeah.
I remembered I forgot my bag on the train. I go to get him. The train leaves, and we never got the bag back, even though we reported it.
Oh my god, no. What train service do you have?
I live in Ipswich.
So what train service? Is it like
Great
West
Angular.
Midlands? Oh, right. Fair enough. I went to Grantham, I think, last Saturday. And it was a fucking fantastic time. Thing is, I'm a train spotter, right? So I go to like train stations or whatever, and I kind of pull out my phone and I record trains just zooming by. Absolutely, and I love it. No, many people don't get it, and that's fine, to be fair. It's just the intrinsic joy of watching a huge and depending on the train, very long piece of machinery zooming past you at like 100 miles an hour. And it's a passenger train as well, so it's like I went to Grantham, which used the LNER service on the East Coast Main Line. I went by myself, and as well, towards the end of it, I also encountered another train spot, and he turns out to be his own YouTuber as well. He does his own YouTube train spotting videos, and his name's Kevin. So he's really cool. He was really nice. I saw him, and he had like a tripod, and he had his camcorder on top of the tripod. And as soon as I saw him, I was like, that is a train spotter. I've got to say hi to him. So I go onto the other platform, and then kind of, because I didn't want to like approach him out of nowhere and say like, are you a train spotter? Just kind of scaring him or anything. I don't know, that's just like my social anxiety. I don't want to scare people. But I saw him, and then I kind of just like started like kind of creeping, like not creeping. I don't want to put it like that. I kind of inched closer a little bit to trying to like overcome my nerves, I guess. Because I was nervous to just go up front and tell him and that, like ask him like, "Oh, you train spot?" So I kind of just like got inches and inches closer, and then eventually I kind of like brought up like, "Excuse me, are you a train spot?" And then he was like, "Yes, I am." And then we just kind of talked about each other and like how we got interested in trains and train spotting.
What
guy
I
was
find
like-
annoying
he
though
told
about
me
on
he
my
was
way
like-
to college, I'm always seeing trains every single time I'm going to college.
Do you like the trains or do you just not like the trains?
They block my way to college, and most of them are cargo
Well, like-
trains.
Cargo trains are, oh my days. I was thinking like if passenger trains that would be like somewhat bad, and then it turns cargo trains and it's just much worse all of a sudden. Because I know myself how long cargo trains can get. Like, I know that must be painful.
And I have to be at college before 9. Sometimes I arrive late because of them.
Dude, no. That is bad shit, bro. Come on. Got a new friend request for another ferry sky. Yep, there's definitely not too many of
I've
them
also just been
nowadays.
spammed invites
Uh,
from one of my friends I have. I've just been declining them.
What, just...
He's
you
on
want, like,
VR.
now?
Yeah, he's on VR right now.
Oh my days. Oh, but... cargo train is, excuse me, stretching. Oh, my legs. God, they kill me. Okay. Cargo trains are fucking long now, so I understand your pain. Especially at a level crossing, I'm assuming that they stop you at, right? Level
Yes.
crossing? Yeah, I know how much of a pain that can be. Also the pain that maybe, depending on the level crossing, some of them, like, only activate like 20 minutes before an actual train crosses.
Yeah, that's
I
what
don't know
happens.
if your level crossing's like that.
That's what happens.
Is that really what yours is like?
Yes.
No! I feel so I feel so
The
horrible
train's
for you.
literally 10 minutes away, but then the things go down before then.
Just go down. Oh my Jesus Christ. That must be fucking painful, man.
It happened today as well.
It happened today.
I almost missed my trip to my school trip. Well, college trip.
What trip are you going on? Where to?
We went to the Itwork estate.
Oh, I see. You've got a trip coming up, haven't you? Well, you're definitely, because like at first we were a bit indecisive whether or not you were gonna go on it, weren't we? But then you figured out that you wanted to go. Where are you going? Tell the world.
Alton Towers.
Alton Towers on a college trip. How much did it cost you?
10 back.
10 quid to go Alton Towers. That is a steal. That is an absolute steal.
Yep, and yet you and someone else on.
Yeah. I think me and Lewis are deciding to kick back at college.
The most
Well, no,
worst
I don't
thing
mean literally,
today
I mean,
was
like,
my.
kinda-
I didn't even have my phone for college. I forgot to charge it last night, so when I got to college, my phone was dead, so I had to charge it.
Oh no.
So during the lunch, I didn't have
Shit is
anything to
horrible,
do.
man.
To be fair, I did have my Nintendo
Well,
Switch
see-
with me, so
Yeah. I knew a guy who had a Nintendo Switch, who went to our college. I think his name was Marshall, I'm pretty sure. And then I know some of our friends who bring like Nintendo DS's. I think you bring your like, what was it, 3DS? Or is it 2DS? 3DS.
Great.
Yeah, you bring your 3DS into college, and then someone else brings a normal DS into it. One thing I wish I brought, I used to have like a mini Tetris game machine. Like I used to have like one of the smaller versions of a Tetris arcade machine, and I could put it in my bag. I wish I could bring that to college so I could just play Tetris on a mini arcade machine. That would be fantastic.
That would sound fun
I
to
just-
watch.
It would be fun to watch. I just don't know where it is anymore, which is really sad. Which is really unfortunate. But hey, what can you do? I could bring my VHS camcorder in. See, the thing is, speaking of VHS, I'm gonna just excuse me for a sec. I want to delve into my passion real quick. I've been a very avid fan of VHS for a while now. Not even VHS in general, just vintage stuff. So that's why I've
Yeah.
got 3 camcorders from 2007. I've got 2 camcorders that are literally the exact same model. Both are functioning and both are perfectly fine. From 2007, they're both by Sony, and another one's from 2007 from Samsung. And they're both handycams, or I believe Sony calls it handycam and Samsung just calls it camcorder, I believe. So the models, I have 2 Sony's HDR SR5Es. So they have a built-in hard disk drive, so a HDD, sorry. And then my Samsung is a Samsung SMX C10, which is SD card. So you record your videos on an SD card, which is so much more convenient. But yeah, that's kind of how I have to get my videos from the Sony onto my computer. Is you have to put it on a different component. You have to put it on a different component, and then plug that component into your computer, and then you can get access to your files. And it's quite a bit finicky, to say the least. So, yeah, but it's such a good camcorder. It's got Night Shot, as it's called. My next camcorder, I feel like I'm gonna become like a camcorder collector at this point. My next camcorder,
Yeah, it
I
sounds
plan on
like
it
it.
being a VHS camcorder. So the one that I was currently looking at on eBay was a HI5 tape recorder, which most VCRs, which is where, you know what a VCR is, like you put your VHS into it and then you can play back it on your TV, right?
yeah,
Most
I've had one of them.
VCRs, you've had one of them.
Yes.
I'm looking for one, man. I'm looking for one.
Unfortunately, it did break.
It did break, yeah. I mean, I could imagine it breaking.
Why am I not surprised you're looking for more stuff like this?
I told you, I might be becoming like a vintage collector or some kind. But yeah, my next camcorder plan is a camcorder that records in VHS-C. The previous one that I had in mind was a VHS camcorder that would record on 8mm Hi8, I'm pretty sure. It isn't compatible with VCRs, so I'd have to use VHS-C, which I'm pretty sure some VCRs are compatible with. Am I going to buy it? It's not for sure. It's not certain. I haven't found one that I'm like fully invested in yet. But once I do find one that I'm invested in, then you know. Excuse my voice for a sec. Jesus Christ. But then after that, I'll decide whether I want to buy it or not. And then if I do, I do. If I don't, I don't. No, most likely I will though, because curriculum, a series that we're doing together. Hopefully we can get another episode out by Sunday, because I asked Lewis if he wanted to record the thing on Friday. He said yes, but not 100% certain chance. So we'll have to see where it goes. But hopefully he'll be able to make it. If he can't, then hopefully we can push that to Sunday. And if not Sunday, then I might be going for like a panic attack or something. Because like every single time we've been like, okay, let's do it this Friday, and then it gets to the Friday. Actually, I can't do it anymore. I'm too busy. And then like we reschedule. Like, okay, can you do it Sunday? No, I got stuff going on. Okay, that's fine. How about next Friday? That sounds good. It gets to next Friday. Cycle repeat. That's kind of how it's been for the past 2 or 3 weeks. So hopefully this Friday will definitely be certain. For once. But yeah.
I know what that's like.
That's nice.
Literally, I had a friend group
You know
when...
what it's like?
Yeah, I had a friend group when I had an Xbox 360. Whenever we were going to do some Terraria together, they were always busy. Literally, every day of the week, they were busy.
Oh my god. Honestly, man, it's just difficult to kind of just manage your
Eventually,
time
I
and
lost
shit, like...
touch with them.
Yeah.
Now I just play
there's
modded Terraria.
just friends who... Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, like, sometimes we just gotta, like, move on, you know? Like, there's just some people who just move on.
This was like 4 to 5 years ago, though.
Yeah. Fair enough. What did you say, Kuka?
Modded Terraria online.
What?
Like console or...
I do it on my PC.
No,
PC's
I
the only
wish.
way you can mod Terraria.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like... I mean, I used to be kind of similar when I used to play like Black Ops on my Xbox 360, and I'd see all the videos on like how to get the ray gun in Black Ops 1 multiplayer. I was like, dude, this is so cool, and then I like followed like the steps, and it didn't happen. And my brain was too smooth. I was too smooth brain back then to realize that it was modded.
The only thing
Yeah.
I've ever done which is closest was on Black Ops 2, which was getting a cheat menu for zombies.
Yeah.
That's the best I've done.
I've actually I know someone who actually did that, but the funny thing is they got banned for doing it.
Of course.
Oh, I played solo. I never played online with that menu.
They got banned for playing
I've never
solo.
played. Oh my
Well,
god.
I'm lucky, I guess.
I
They
think
got
I'm banned
banned-
for playing solo.
I don't know, but they got banned for 10 years. So
The
you
only
were
thing I could
lucky.
think of would be like anti-cheat detection or something. But yeah, then again, like, how does it not pick up you? Like, I don't know. It's.
He might
it's
have something
very-
else to
it's
go
very
with the
shit.
cheat menu, to be fair. I don't really know everything he had.
Yeah, maybe. You never know. Oh, I gotta stretch again. I'm tired. Jesus.
I'll be right back. I need to go and get a drink.
Oh, fair enough. Oh god, I'm tired. Anyway, whilst he's gone, let's discuss the elephant in the room. We just need to come clean about this, alright, Jack Curriculum? We gotta come clean.
Okay.
The assignment. I want you to just take 10 seconds to think about the outcome. Try and guess the outcome of. You come over.
What?
You want me to come over? Like, were you doing like a hand gesture thing? You were doing?
Oh no, I'm just moving my hand.
Anyway, I want you to tell me and be brutally honest with you and me, and whoever else is listening, all in. How do you think you're gonna do?
Fail.
I want you to be fully honest.
I didn't even let you finish. I said fail.
What part do you think is gonna get you to fail, mainly?
My theory.
My theory too. Maybe also my production, but my theory as well. Because I've done absolute fuck all. Because I am horrible when it comes to theory work. I just cannot be bothered. I cannot be bothered, and it just seems absolutely pointless and useless to me. So I just don't do it. I'm gonna come to regret that now. So, I've come up with a plan, right? I predict we're gonna get our results next week. Yeah? Next week. Or like a different time. I'm gonna duplicate my blog posts. And I'm gonna write in them as much as I possibly can. So that I can prepare for when I get my results and it tells me I failed. So that when I'm told I'm failed, I can just put all of what I wrote in the duplicate blog post, and I put them in the new one, for the main resubmission. And then once I've done that, I don't have to bother with it anymore. And then I go all the time until the resubmission deadline.
I brought my cat with me.
You brought your cat with you?
Yeah, I've got him in my arms.
Ah. Can you put your mic? Can you put your mic
I've
up
tried.
close to your cat?
It's not picking up
You tried.
anything.
Oh man. Whilst you were gone, me and my good old pal Luke were trying to find out whether we were going to pass our college assignment. And we both came to the conclusion that neither of us would. Neither of us are going to succeed.
So neither of you were ready for it.
Yeah. Also, and then there's your exams. You had to.
Simba, what are you
You had to
doing?
do English and math. Simba, that's your cat's name.
Yes.
Content.
He's climbing over my shoulder
Ooh,
right
content.
now.
It's
Oh my
funny, I don't
God.
even have a channel or Twitch or anything, and yet I'm like, ooh, content.
Yeah.
It should be me and Jayla saying that.
Exactly, that's why it's funny.
Because he's the one who's recording it for documentation purposes. Oh man, but yeah,
The
anyway.
dead silence after that.
I was checking a Discord notification. But yeah, okay, cool. Okay, so anyway. Yeah, no, we are not passing our assignments. And the main culprit to blame for that, besides ourselves, is theory. I absolutely hate theory with a passion. I just can't write about it. I can't write theory. And I
cat's
can't
just
bring
fell
myself
asleep
to
on my
start writing
lap.
theory. The cat just fell asleep. Oh my god.
I've literally got to lean back so he doesn't fall off. Hopefully I don't fall backwards again.
Oh my god. Oh, just come again. Jesus. Are you okay?
I tried to do a 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, then fall over.
What are you
though.
counting down to?
See if they would fall over.
I'm gonna say sorry.
Oh.
When you counted down, my cat woke up and looked directly at the screen staring at you.
You just triggered his cat. The power. The power you have.
You know, as
Impeccable.
I got given actual power, like I was given leadership or stuff like that, I'd go mad with power. I'd thought. That's just how I am.
Fair enough. I recently attended a virtual furry convention. It was called Furality. I believe I've told you, but if I haven't, I'll remind you, and I'll also let you know. I attended Furality, which is a VR chat furry convention. And in the convention, there were events like meetups and like DJs and clubs and stuff like that, and it was all really cool and stuff. And the awards were actually really cool. Like, it's insane how much effort they put into it. I didn't know that they had meetups, especially for designated groups, like
Is this what
species.
I saw you mention on Discord?
Yes, specific groups, like species of people's persona or sexualities, like straight people, lesbians, etc.
When you said that mention on Discord.
Yeah.
At that time, I was trying to sleep because I had an exam. And I like, what's going on Discord?
It's not
Anyway.
I had the urge to message. I had the urge to message. Shut the fuck up! I want to sleep. But I did.
Anyway, getting to my point. So they had meetups for specific people. One of the groups of people were equines, horses, zebras. Because I had no idea that we were even doing meetups like that in the first place, because I didn't even care to look around. And it's entirely my fault. And I'm ashamed of myself. So if anyone after the podcast could leave me a message of like anywhere I could meet some bears or horses or anything, please do, because I feel like an extinct species in this bitch. Like, I can't stress enough. But that was my only time to meet other people like me, and I missed it.
I don't know why. When you
And it's my
said,
fault.
Like bears, my head like slightly turned. Not in a bad way. I'm just like.
No, I love bears. They're big and cuddly. They're big bears, and they're big and cuddly, and they're really, really adorable and stuff. And depending on the bear, hot, but you never know. But speaking of bears, there was also a meetup for them. There was a meetup for them as well, you know. I missed a meetup for bears and zebras and horses and whatnot. I'm double ashamed of myself because I had no idea that they would even do anything for bears in the first place. So that when I found out, I was actually really annoyed about myself, and I.
Calm. I'm just gonna be quiet now.
I'm just sitting here with my cat asleep on my lap watching this.
Oh my
Say what
god.
you say. Shut
I've
the
also-
fucking man up.
I've also got an emo with a
I am
lizard holding
man
a
up.
gun.
Exactly.
Oh my god.
Man up, I swear. Yeah. Alright.
Holy. There's no need for weapons now.
What weapon? See, I've got nothing. See?
Also, I have you know, I am much more mature than most Discord users, okay? How dare you? Exactly. Shame on you. I revoke that. Don't worry. No shame on you. Anyway. I took it back, okay? I took it back. No shame on you. No shame on you.
I can't see my screen now. My cat just stood up.
Your cat's invading your personal space.
Perform.
Oh man.
My cat's now on my desk.
Cats everywhere. Your cat's bloody everywhere.
He's now on my windowsill.
I'm literally correct at this point. It literally is everywhere.
It looks like he's about to go outside the window, which he loves to do.
Oh,
Oh my God.
Well, there's a chance.
Oh my days.
Simba, don't you dare! It's a pain when every time you come in, your paws are dirty.
Let's see. Start counting and see if it happens. 1, 2,
2,
3,
3,
4,
4,
5.
5.
He's still on my windowsill.
Shit.
9!
We tried.
My window
We
is
tried.
open, so he has a chance to get out if he wanted to.
He does. Probably might.
Oh my god, it looked like he went out of my window for a second, but he's behind the curtain.
Oh my days.
They were just messing with you. They had to have messed
What are you doing, Simba? Why are you trying to climb the side of the wall?
Did you name him Simba as in Lion King Simba?
Yes.
Do you at all pick him up and do the whole see him?
Yeah, put your thumb on
Yes,
his
I have.
forehead.
I have done that.
Yes.
And to be fair, we didn't name him Simba. His old owner named him Simba. When we got him, he was still a kitten.
Oh my god.
Yo, I saw this video, like, if I get my own dog, here's how I'm gonna have their name. I'm gonna write down 3 different names on a different piece of paper, and put a dog treat on each one, and whichever one it goes to, that's the name.
I actually had a dog once before I moved
Ooh.
into a flat.
I've already thought of one of
You moved
potential
into a-
names.
Yeah.
Where are
The funny thing is, before we moved into flat, my dog's name was Bruno. And
Aw.
this was way before the movie came out. Encanto?
Oh right.
This was way before Encanto came out
I
as
haven't watched
well.
Encanto, so. Yeah.
You know this song about Bruno? Why don't you make it about that one person at college?
We
The
don't
one you
talk
called the
about.
demon?
We don't talk about demon woman. Yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
You never know. Maybe I'm. Moving on.
Quick.
I'm
you
not gonna
can
move on.
question.
Oh. Random question.
I don't know.
Uh. Well, actually, I was gonna say. I don't think we'll be able to move on unless you guys have any last final topics or any questions for each other that you'd like to get out of the way.
Nope.
You clear? Alright, what about you? Any questions? Any topics? Nope. Well, I have my own stuff to get to, so I actually will. Gonna have to cut it here.
I
I'll cut
did
this
not mean to
here
get off the seat.
for the sake of you guys. Just for the sake of you guys, and you know, you guys might have some stuff too. I know you've got about 10 minutes or so. So, Jesus Christ! I'm glad the camera is not catching that.
One of my
I'd
friends
say
gave
one.
it to me.
Oh my god! I am not signing that form. I'm not showing the
Hold on,
viewers what I am
I'm just
looking at
gonna-
right now.
I'm trying to read.
Right, anyway, as they do mysterious stuff, this has been episode 5, if I can recall correctly, of the podcast. Thank you guys for listening and for watching, and we shall see you guys again hopefully next Wednesday. If you guys want to turn, yeah, if you guys want to come behind me and just kind of, you can jump, and then you can wave to the camera, and then you can just jump. So just come behind me, and then we can wave everyone off. There we go.
Fucking tall.
Just jump on the box. I allow you guys to jump on the box.
I can't even control my movement speed when I'm in the air. There we go.
Yeah, I can't. Okay.
I'm on the edge.
Alright.
Fuck. I mean,
Right. Goodbye. And thank you very much for watching and listening to the 5th episode of the podcast. We shall see you guys another time. Goodbye.